You see the woman put on a black wedding dress for her wedding before? Have you seen that? It's going to be funny, right? For those who believe, no proof is necessary. For those who don't believe, no proof is possible. That is the word of Stuart Chess. We are neither product of nature nor nurture, but product of our choice. I think if you know the source of your belief and understand the base, then you can better understand your biases in life. Anyways, let's get down to business. You're welcome to today's episode on how we got our belief, or where do we get our beliefs from. I'm Ifeanyi Chukwani, and you're welcome to my channel once more. On today's episode, we're going to dive into how we got our belief generally as a people and how Africans got our belief. Believe it or not, many of the most important things you believe to be true are not product of facts or reasons. They're just things you just believe. Firstly, how did these beliefs come to be? Where did they come from? Actually, there are a lot of ways we got our belief from. But for clarity purpose, I'm going to take it down to just two. We got our beliefs from our parents or the society. And then secondly, from our own experiences. These are the two ways we got our beliefs from. Speaking on the belief from our parents, most of the core beliefs we hold now to be true are formed when we are children. As children, we tend to grow up with all the things that were passed on to us. Our parents and environment play a huge role in molding our belief. Our school system actually play one of the most important role in the kind of belief we have as we grow up. A very clear example is if you can remember those days when if you speak your local dialect, let's say you are Yoruba in class, you could be punished for it or chastised, and it is touch vernacular. So those times what they planned or what they did was to ingrain a kind of belief that your ability to speak English actually says more about your intelligence, or that you are intelligent. And we bought it even to this point. Can you also remember why you believe in the existence of a God? Here's the answer. As a child, immediately you were born and where you were going, your parents took you to a church or to a mosque, and then you believe there is a God even to this point. And we can never overemphasize the belief that we got from our friends, maybe when we started socializing with them. And then another clear example is that I usually have in my mind is, as young people, we are very impressionable, and anything that is being passed on to us, we take it in hook, line, and sinker as the truth. A very clear example is when our parents tell us you did not finish your lunch, and then you always waste food, that there are a whole lot of people out there that do not see food to eat, and then you start feeling guilty. And then if you repeat it again, you could be flogged for it. And when that happens, a kind of belief is being ingrained in your subconscious mind, and that belief will form the bedrock of your belief whenever you are outside that place and you start seeing that it is wrong to remain food. That is how your belief is formed. The second way we get our belief is by our experiences in life. As we grow older, we tend to meet new people, start socializing, getting new ideas, and then learning new stuff. And those things that we encounter has a way it influences the belief we had growing up, and that will influence our belief. One worthy of note is our teachers. They have very great influence on what we see or how we say things or what we even believe ourselves to be now. A very clear example here is that our teachers remember those times when we were younger, and then because I used to hear many people say, I don't know math as adults, that they're not good with mathematics. And then the reason is that while they were younger, perhaps their teacher must have made them know that they are not good with maths, and they believed it then. So maybe when they are now grown and they couldn't perform very well in maths, then I'm like, after all, our teacher said I'm not good in math, perhaps I'm not good in math. They would not have the power to actually try more in order for them to be able to know those things they don't know. But because that belief has been formed from childhood, they tend to grow with it, and that is why many people don't know maths. Another reason is iPhones. I used to hear a lot of people say, if he doesn't have an iPhone, I won't date him, or they see iPhone as a kind of standard, and then it's forming a belief. More people are adopting the use of iPhones because it's now seen as a form of class. Those using iPhones are seen as superior people than those, or higher class, or those that have more money or doing better than those using Android, whether it's Samsung or whatever. They see those using iPhones as higher people. And then a belief is being formed there, such that in the nearest future, let's say 10, 20 years, especially in Africa, Nigeria, and other West African countries, in the nearest future, your ability to own an iPhone will be seen as this guy is doing well. And here, a belief is being formed by the kind of experiences we get. Once we accept something to be a fact and form a belief around it, it is stored in our subconscious mind. But our subconscious mind here doesn't care whether it is true or false. It just stores it there for later use. As we have established on today's episode, where we got our beliefs from, that is either from our parents or our guidance or people that that are guardians over us, or the kind of experiences we got while growing up. We should also understand that the kind of belief we got then can either limit us or empower us. If the kind of belief we had while growing up are limiting ones, the ones that simply says you can't do this, you are not qualified, you are not this, then we risk not being able to ever actualize our full potentials in life. But if there are ones, if the kind of beliefs we got while growing up are ones that empower us, then we will end up having this self-confidence and resilient in whatever we've set our mind to do. So I have this notion that I usually go by, that the kind of belief we have creates our reality. This is the reason why you hear you find out that some people actually succeed no matter how horrible the circumstance is, whereas others don't. Thank you for watching this far. Please kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. Next week we are going to dive in to how Africans got her belief, Africans specifically. Thank you. Bye.